Alright, CSS battle time. We have rings and a dot and donut hole. We're going to call this donut hole. Okay, how do we want to make the donut hole? Radial gradients are fun, but this would take two separate gradients. Just because we could, collapse this to be a yellow dot and scale it down. And so we could do it with one gradient and font and scale and margin. And, it's not, I don't think that's the way to do it. We could also do flip-flop the background and the border color, and these could sit next to each other as different elements. But I think box shadow might be the way to go again. Depends on if we can make this outer ring without deformation. I think what I'm going to do is we are going to do, let's try a couple. I think this will go quick, so we can try a few. Let's make a purple background because we know inset and background are the same even though we're doing box shadow. I'm going to do an outline just so I can see where this thing is. Because I'm thinking of not margining it into, like not margining it into this place. Although I could. That'd save me a whole box shadow. Because I could also just have it like right here. And then, but I think it'd be about the same margins because I'd have to do a bottom. And well, the sides would be the same. Again, you know what? We can try both. Let's actually margin it into place here. And then we just have two box shadows. Why'd I erase the outline? We want the outline. All right. Margin it down into place. I'm going to give it a border radius first. Right? Now let's put it where it needs to go. 100. Almost there. 110. Okay. Right side's going to be like 50. Nope. More than that. 80. 70. Okay. Bottom's going to be the same 110, and the left's going to be like 200, 40, 240. All right, and this looks like it's 65. No, that is 70. It's the top and bottom. 105 and 105. All right. So, got that in mind. I can get rid of this outline, I think. We're going to box shadow it. We're going to keep it the same spot, 0x, 0y, 0 blur, and, 30 pixels expansion. That's too much. Is it 20? Nope, 40. It's 40 pixels. And we'll do the color property because both of these are going to be yellow. That's another reason to just do it this way. I think this is the better way to do it with the background and margin it into place. Because if we didn't margin it into place, we'd have to do an X and Y box shadow, and it would have to be purple. We'd have to do X, Y, and another thing, or the color purple. We'd have to put purple in again. So this is definitely the better way to do it because we do maybe 3-4 extra characters for the margining. For one less long box shadow. All right, so that whole spiel, 100 and 0. Let's move it further, 150, 60, 70. Okay, so this is going to be the one to beat. It's box shadows again. I feel like the last 3 days box shadows have been what I've done. So let's look at our toolbox unit golf. What was it, 170? Yeah, 170. 180 Q it says, or 45 millimeter. Let's do 45 millimeter. That just sounds fun. Good old 45. And then 5CH for the 40. Let's minify all the way down. We might be able to percentage a margin somewhere, but 109. That's 109. So that's the one to beat. What are the other options? Border radius. I mean a radial gradient. I don't think a radial gradient's gonna win. But we might be able to just do a border. Let's go, it's 40. Solid. And it's gonna be yellow. Should be yellow for the first one. It's gonna be the same either way, so let's do that. I should have kept the margins in place. Border radius is going to be the same amount. Background is still going to be the purple, right? Oh, I think we could actually collapse. I wonder if we can collapse that border. If we can collapse the border, oh, let's come over here. Let's see, right here, 70 to 160. Is that right? 70 to 160, that's 90, so that won't work. But let's just look at what we end up getting here. Let's go ahead and margin it into place. 105 on the top and bottom, right? It's gonna be like, it was 80, right? Something like that. Nope. Okay. And bottom's 105, and I'm gonna have to select the body and delete. There's something in the 200s there. I'm gonna have to override the margin 0. Okay. So we're still getting overflow on the body. So let's actually get this into place, and then we'll just see what we get going here. Okay, that was 70, and this was 240. Okay. Oh, that's too much. That's why. Okay, all right, all right. Back it up. 200. This is going to be 65. That's going to be 65. And this is going to be 30. Much better, because I'm doing the outer edges of the border. It's not the same. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so we have that. Now if we cascade the body down, yeah, we have that tiny little dot in the middle. So let's go 0 on the top and bottom. Right side's going to be like 100. Left side's negative. Okay, let's walk it over. I wonder, every once in a while, you can get away with some real silly things, like a little dot in the middle. But I wonder if I can just scale it slightly up. Right? And then okay, let's start with 1.1. And let's see what we can get, if we can make that work. All right. So pulled it over too far. The top and bottom actually look pretty good. The right needs to not gum. Curious. Okay, that's something. And honestly, I think it's within, like, it's, oh, that worked. That worked. Okay. Let's reduce this and see where we end up at compared to pure box shadows. That actually is interesting. I didn't expect to come that close. We're at 121. Okay. 121. Yeah, box shadows win. I don't really see a way. These two long margins, I think, is what gets us, and a border. Both colors are only put in once. That's pretty good. Hmm. Not a lot to be saved in margins. Not enough to compete with 109, you know? So 121 with a border. Hmm. All right, I don't think I'm going to do any better than that 109. Honestly, I don't really have a much better idea. I mean, actually, I do have a slightly. You know, it's going to end up being the same. So the margin's going to be, if I did font on this 5ch, instead of scale, we did font, uh, 110%. I mean, obviously I can do like, oh, that changes both. No, that shouldn't change both, but it's causing overflow. Because it's 1.13, so it'd be 113% really. Um, Curious how it's affecting that. Anyways, font could probably work, but I think because we'd have to do like 1.1m, the single character you save with the different name won't help us. So, all right, I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it. Let's pull up the box shadow at 109. That was good. That was a good one. Variations on this would be adding a box shadow, but saving a little bit of margin. But we'd really, yeah, we take off 4 characters to have, this many characters um, of another box shadow that we'd have to do, even more characters of another box shadow to do. So, yeah, I think this is the way to go. Great. Hope you're having fun with this, and I will catch you later.